homeowners, honestly, I mean, I'd say 75% of people, they panic and they get the plumber in. You know, they think pipes, they think taps, they think, you know, that sort of thing. And the plumber will tell you that it's almost never, very, very rarely, pipes and plumbing. It's always the perimeter joints, the floor grouts failing. So how would they tell? They generally don't really know. I mean, they would see the dampness on the other side and call the plumber. But there are moisture meters which will detect. You know, you can actually have a moisture meter and just run it around your taps, just to, you know, on the face of the tiles, just run it around the taps, and you can tell if there's any moisture immediately below, and as you go down, you'll find nearer the floors, which is where we're finding the moisture getting in. That will pick up the moisture through the tile. There you go. There's 66, 67, 58. These things are designed to non-destructive, and they just pulse in and out, and they'll tell you where moisture is. So that's one way. Or you phone someone like me, and they'll come and show you exactly. They'll map out the moisture where it is. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 different things potentially that it could, and they all add up to be the 100% that is the leak. But primarily the control joints, where you need a flexible seal between the wall and the floor, is the primary reason. Probably where it's going in along here and dragging up the wall. You turn the shower off and walk away, and it'll drop down. It's bleeding. That's the last point it's coming out, I would suggest. I mean, grouts become porous after time. You know, they lose their properties of being waterproof. So they break down and take in, you know, moisture for sure. Because grout doesn't last that long. Even the best grouts deteriorate over a period of time. I mean, if you get 10 years out of a shower, you've done pretty good in terms of the grout. You know, 10, 12 years. You can see it's breaking down. This is a lot softer than it should be, and it's obviously, you know, missing in these places. That water will be getting into here. Yeah, it doesn't go away. You know, doesn't fix itself. You know, I've seen people that have left them for several years, and the whole room, the whole bedroom next door is soaked up the moisture, and it's gone right the way around. It's even going into maybe the bedroom next door to that, because a lot of people these days are more aware of mold, and they've got the children's bedroom, and you know, the musty smells and everything else. So you can't leave them. You definitely can't leave them for any length of time. The Arbortech the Mini Grinder is the only one that does the job, to be honest. That's fairly simple. There's literally, as far as I'm concerned, nothing else out there that, you know, certainly there may be a couple of little ones that are weaker and not, I mean, they're more craft and more DIY, you know, but if you want to run the thing day after day, you know, week after week, then it's the only thing that copes with what we need to do. That removes the grout completely for me. You know, there are other little hand things for the fiddly little bits in between, but not. It's mostly the Arbortech, yeah, the tool. The mitre, we're talking about where 2 tiles are mitered off, and we get a nice neat corner, a nice sharp edge, but it looks great, but it's a weak point. Tilers very often just literally shut those down, close them down on each other, so they literally touch. They look neat, but it's just a couple of shear edges which aren't waterproof, so that needs to be opened up as a joint. You know, we need to literally physically open that to get some grout in there. So yeah, the Arbortech the Mini Grinder is the only thing that comes close to achieving that, to open that joint. Yeah, very steady hands, very steady old hands these days, you know, but yeah, it does the job. I use a very fine grout for one. Some are just too coarse, you know. I mean, they suit certain applications like bigger floor jobs, you know, bigger floor joints. But walls, I think you get a far better finish, and you can. I mean, the important thing for me is to get it as full out, you know, from the standpoint of the level of the tile. I force it right in. A lot of guys will do this, you know. In my opinion, it's not getting quite quite where I want it to go, so I put it right in. That will wash and fold over and fill in a little bit more, you know. So I'm not worried about it being a little bit messy. That's all right. So I'll let it go for a little while.